Harry. Up the rebels, they've won. Some of those old biddies on the board put up a pretty good fight. But hell, I don't mind a fight. Really surprised me, though, when they came through.
That's great, sir. That's marvelous.
Have you ever spent 4 hours trying to convince a man who owns 5 barbershops with a mentality to match that he was once 18 years old himself?
Oh, yes, sir, yeah. About 10 years ago, it was my father.
Who won the argument?
Well, I'm still smoking, sir.
It's too late for us, but don't let your kids smoke, Harry.
Oh, that's right, sir. I certainly won't.
Well, let's get to it so that hopefully we can get back to the dull business of education. Now, on the co-educational restrictions in the dorms. Beginning this coming semester, we're raising the weekday curfews 1 whole hour.
An hour?
Number 2, the Black Studies courses on campus are, of course, an impractical project, financially and otherwise, at this time. Nevertheless, there is every indication that we can initiate a Negro History Week in the foreseeable future. Number 3, lowering the academic requirements for the minority groups. Beginning next summer, 5 Negro students and 5 Mexican Americans will receive half scholarships. Now, that was the real battle. But when I pointed out to them that we could pick top athletes out of this group, oh, that was the butter in the frying pan. We got it. Didn't think we could win that one. Did you, Harry?
You're crazy.
Huh?
I said you're crazy.
Are you feeling all right, Harry?
It's too late for these answers. 20 years too late.
Harry, this is a very reasonable and generous set of counter-proposals, and it's the best they're going to get.
I feel like Lafayette in the court of Louis XVI.
I understand, Harry. Don't be nervous.
No, that's not what I meant. The peasants are ready to burn down Versailles, storm the Bastille, and overturn the French monarchy, and you are telling me that if I go back to them and tell them that 50 of them can come to the next costume ball at the palace, they'll keep quiet for another 100 years. It's too late for those kind of answers.
You'll drive them crazy, Dr. Vandenberg. They'll burn down your school. You are turning them into full-scale revolutionaries.
Do you really believe we're going to turn this school over to a bunch of kids who pay a few $100s a year nominal tuition, and that qualifies them to run a university that has produced 4 governors, 3 senators, and a president of the United States?
Dr. Vandenberg!
Harry, I am a liberal man, a liberal, enlightened man who has, I hope, the courage when the chips are down not to be intimidated by a misguided mob of pseudo-political novices with inflamed literary imagination.
Stop it! Stop it!
Someday you'll thank me.
Please, listen to me. Stop it. You've been a naval commander. You are a doctor. You have a PhD in history. Why haven't you learned anything? It's all there. It's all there in Toynbee and those books on the shelf. Suppression breeds violence. You're gonna raise the curfew an hour? Will you look outside? You see that kid? Last week he just wanted to get laid. Now he wants to kill somebody.
Let's go home!
You should have let him get laid.
Is this the issue?
Yes, freedom of choice is an issue. Hypocrisy, sexual or otherwise, is an issue.
That's right. Let them run wild. 5 men on our Board of Regents have daughters who go to this school. What do you want me to tell them? Go read Kinsey and Havelock Ellis?
What are you holding on to? This university is just a small piece of the rest of the world. The only way it's going to survive is if it changes. If you didn't want them to think, you shouldn't have given them library cards. Now it's too late.
Harry, I am not giving them this school.
They don't want your school. They just want a say in determining their future.
Then first let them learn to obey the law.
First, let them ask if your laws are just.
Do you think people should be allowed to decide for themselves whether a law is just? Well, that's anarchy. This nation was founded on law and order.
Bullshit! This nation was born out of disorder and founded on freedom and the will of the people.
People need guidance, Harry. Give them what they want today, and what'll they ask for next, tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe a 40-hour week. Maybe the vote for women. What difference does it make? Will you let go? Let go! Stop trying to hold back the hands of the clock. It'll tear your arms out.
Go on, Harry. Take it to them. Just as it is. You'll see. Go on.